Rob Corbett here, back again with another MLM Outlaws tip for you today. What I'm going to talk to you about today is how to choose a direct marketing MLM company. Fairly important question, because obviously if you're looking at this video, you're out there actually looking for a company right now, and you're doing some research, and there's thousands and thousands of these companies out there, so it can be a tough decision to make. It's a good question that you're asking. There's a more important question that you should be asking, though, that you would not be aware of for the most part, I'm sure, because I wasn't. It took me a while to actually become aware of this other question that is more important than how do I choose a direct marketing MLM company. And that is, how do I attract other people to join me in a direct marketing MLM company? Okay, now let me touch on the first question first. I'm going to answer the second question in a little bit, so stay tuned, because it is the most important question you could ever ask yourself in this industry as far as achieving big success goes. But first of all, how do you choose a company? It's a good question. There are thousands and thousands of companies out there. It really depends on what you want to do. Now, I'm going to assume if you're out there looking at this, doing research and looking at this video, and really spending some time doing your homework, you want to go on to create some financial freedom, create some serious wealth, have enough time freedom to enjoy life. That's the assumption I'm going to make. So there is really one type of company that you want to choose when you want to achieve the goals that we just talked about. And out of all the companies, we call this the holy grail of the industry. And why is that? Well, first of all, there's not many people know about this, and there's not many people that understand this, okay? Now, there's a few companies out there like this that you can choose from. So what would a holy grail company, so to speak, look like? Well, first of all, it would be a brand new company, okay? Typically within its first 5 to 10 years of launch is key, okay? You see, if you went out, and like a lot of people do, they go and they look at the old guys, the companies that have a proven track record. You see, that's a good idea if you're investing in, stocks and bonds or something along that, but it's a bad idea in this industry, because why? Because if you find one of these companies, like, I'm not even going to name names, but if you go out and you find one of the old guys that have been around 10, 20, 50 some years, the opportunity to create wealth is gone, guys, okay? Who created the wealth in those companies? It's people that get in within the first 5 to 10 years, went to work, timing's not everything, became part of the reason for the growth of the company. So that's number one. Find a company that's still within its first 5 to 10 years, and you're on your way to finding a holy grail. The second thing would be financial backing. Looking to see who is backing the company. How much money do they have? The statistics out there, gang, is that 90% of all businesses go out of business in the first 2 years, and then something like 80% of the remaining go out of business in the next 5 years. Do you want to become one of those statistics? Do you want to work for 2 to 5 years and just, busting your butt and building a big business and putting your name on the line and have the business go out of business? No. Financial backing is huge. The next one is make sure the product is new. New. Not a copycat Me Too company, not a product that is a new idea of an existing idea, okay? Make sure it's a completely new revolution as far as product goes, and there's tons of them out there, okay? Just keep an eye out for new product ideas. It's a big deal, because it's tough to sell a copycat product. You go to your friends and you say, hey, look at my whatever. If it's a copycat, if there's other ones out there that are almost identical to it, and what I'm talking about is a little change in ingredients does not mean a new idea. An example of a new idea would be the mouthwash industry, okay? People used to do what? They used to take Listerine mouthwash. What happened? Someone came up with a great idea. Let's go with breast strips, okay? Same product, does the same thing, new idea. That's different. That's enough of a difference that it differentiates them from the mouthwash. Brand new billion-dollar industries created, one of the most biggest success stories in business ever. So that's what I'm talking about. Find a company that does that, and there's a couple out there right now that are doing that, okay? Let me see what else could I tell you. Good management's obviously important. Great compensation plan. Leadership is also important. So that's question number one. How do you find a good company? Answer those things. Go find a company that can answer those things, I should say, and you found yourself probably a holy grail company. But the most important question is, how do I attract people to join me in a direct marketing MLM company? And that's the key, because it doesn't matter how good the company is. If people aren't going to join you, you might as well go bowling, because you're not going to do well in this business. You might as well just go find something else to do, because if you haven't figured out how to have people join you, you're not going to become successful at all, obviously. So what I would recommend, I'm not going to get into that in the big details, but I represent a company called the MLM I'm one of the co-founders. We have a training system. We have a free training boot camp that I recommend you come sign up for. This will teach you, okay, how to be perceived as a leader on the internet to the millions and millions of people out there who are looking for an opportunity. You will set yourself up as an individual who these people will want to join. And when you do that, what happens, gang, is you create a massive network of people that you are helping, okay? And this is what our training, our boot camp does. We help people, okay? There's no strings attached. You don't hear me talking about my MLM company. I'm involved in an organization, but you don't hear me preaching about it because that's not my goal. I'm here to help people. So what you want to do is you want to help people. And as you move through this process, you become perceived as a leader, as we are. And people actually end up calling you every single day, wanting to find out more about you and more about your opportunity. You're attracting people to you who will then want to work with you in your online, or not even in your online business, but in your MLM business. So those are two key tips I've just given you there, gang. You're on the right track. Good for you for doing your homework. Keep your head down. Keep charging forward. You're going to make this thing happen. Until next time, Rob Corbett signing off.